Hello and welcome. I'm Blair Blackwell, and this is the Daily Cyber Brief. Here's today's rundown of the biggest cybersecurity stories you need to know today. Good day. This is the Daily Cyber Brief for December 23, 2025. Here are the key forces shaping the security landscape. Active exploitation of a critical firewall flaw, a wave of high-impact data breaches and ransomware hitting education and public services, and new guidance on protecting cloud identity tokens. We start at the edge. WatchGuard Firebox devices are under active attack via a critical remote code execution issue, with one report noting more than 115,000 systems still exposed online and unpatched. Another analysis says threat actors are exploiting a zero-day in these firewalls, putting WatchGuard alongside other edge vendors targeted in recent weeks. CISA, meanwhile, added a separate device vulnerability to its known exploited list, a reminder that internet-facing appliances remain a favored entry point and are being worked at scale. On the incidents front, the University of Phoenix disclosed a major breach tied to the CLOP group, impacting nearly 3.5 million students, staff, and suppliers. In retail, Coupang reported unauthorized access affecting 33.7 million customers that went undetected for months, with commentary pointing to insider credential abuse risks and the value of encrypting data beyond minimum requirements. And Nissan says thousands of its customers were exposed due to the earlier Red Hat breach, illustrating how supplier incidents ripple downstream. Critical infrastructure wasn't spared. Romania's National Water Authority was hit by ransomware over the weekend. Turning to campaigns and malware, Mac users face a new twist. A notarized, digitally signed Swift app is delivering the MacSync information stealer while dodging gatekeeper checks. In Central Asia, Android users in Uzbekistan are being hit with improving SMS stealer operations that now blend droppers, message theft, and remote access capabilities. Developers also got a cautionary tale. A fake WhatsApp API package on NPM, named Lotus Bail, functioned as advertised while also intercepting messages and linking the attacker's device to victims' accounts, and saw tens of thousands of downloads before exposure. On policy and enforcement, CISA and NIST released a draft interagency report on protecting identity tokens and assertions from forgery, theft, and misuse, an explicit response to recent cloud incidents targeting token material. And there's pressure on ransomware operators. An Interpol-led operation announced decryptors for 6 strains, 574 arrests, and recovered funds tied to business email compromise and extortion. Separately, a Nephilim affiliate pleaded guilty, underscoring continuing law enforcement momentum. Who should be paying closest attention today? Organizations running WatchGuard Firebox or other exposed edge devices should expect scanning and opportunistic exploitation. Universities, consumer platforms, and large online retailers face elevated data theft and fraud risks, with potential follow-on phishing against affected populations. Teams managing macOS fleets and Android-heavy user bases, especially where Telegram and SMS are common, should anticipate more credential theft attempts. And any enterprise relying on single sign-on and cloud identity needs to track token protection guidance closely. Looking ahead, watch for continued exploitation of the WatchGuard flaw and related pivot activity, further fallout and notification waves from the large breaches, rapid cleanup of malicious NPM packages and potential copycats, and public comment cycles around the CISA-NIST token report. CISA's KEV editions signal where attackers are already winning. Timelines there tend to drive urgent remediation priorities across sectors. What I'll be watching today: edge firewalls and VPN gateways for active exploitation, identity providers and single sign-on platforms as token security moves to the forefront, ransomware pressure on public services and utilities, and software supply chain risks in open-source registries, plus mobile malware tactics blending droppers, SMS theft, and remote control. The takeaway: edge exposure and identity remain the battlegrounds. The headlines are serious, but the patterns are familiar. Visibility, segmentation, and strong identity controls will determine who rides out this wave with minimal disruption. That's it for today's edition of the Daily Cyber Brief. Thanks for listening. I'm Blair Blackwell. This podcast is for informational purposes only and is not cybersecurity, legal, or financial advice.